Okay, so if this recording lags, I'm gonna kill myself, probably, because I have a bad graphics card. That's my cope. Okay. Anyways, this is gonna be a tutorial. Like, I wouldn't say it's a quick one, but like, basic tutorial to how you trap and hoplite. Okay? It's like, I'll cover funneling, critouts, all that shenanigans. I'll cover some basic traps. And I'll hopefully leave timestamps if I actually remember because I am very good at doing this. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna cover is how you're gonna build your funnels and dig down your hole. So the thing you wanna do, in most cases, unless there's a special trap like pizza, is from the surface, you want to dig down 3 blocks, right? And you place banners in those 3 blocks. And then you dig down 2 more blocks. So it looks something like that. Okay. So, like pretend. Okay, never mind. So this is how you funnel. Okay. So in each side. Okay. So funneling basically you want them to fall into one by one, so they can land on your dripstone. Because without it being a one by one, they can sometimes be in the middle of the dripstone. It's rare, but like it happens. They can sometimes be in the middle of the dripstone. Like it's if you're like skilled enough. Alright, so to funnel them into the one by one, what you want to do is you gotta dig 2 blocks into a wall. You gotta place a sticky piston. You're gonna dig like a 3 by 2. Dig this block and this block, okay? Now you place a torch, place a redstone right here, and you do this tree. And you place another redstone, block these up, and you place a pressure plate. As you can see, if someone falls here, it pushes them into this block. So you want to do the same for like everything. Oops. Okay. You want to do the same for like every single part. And let's say you have to funnel again, right? Like let's say you needed that side and you need to do this side now. Same thing. You have to dig down 3 blocks first, place your banners, and then dig down another 2 blocks, and then you do your funneling right here. Just like so. And then you dig down. I recommend digging down about like 30, 25 blocks because fall damage on dripstone is like doubled and you have like 40 health. But sometimes if you're in Civ, you have the king which has like 50 health. So there's no harm really in digging down more, except for your backups, you might not have that much space. You want to place banners on the wall, like on your way down, right? And that's basically what you're gonna do for the hole. Okay, one last thing before we get to actual traps. Let's say you're digging down, but you don't have a banner, right? So what you can do, you can use signs. But the thing about signs is if I'm falling and I'm holding shift, I can place water and I can clutch. Right? So this is how you should place signs to ensure that they don't clutch. Okay, so firstly, you want to install this no sign GUI mod. So basically it just removes this so you don't have to like manually click. So what you want to do is there's 2 things you can do. You can either do this. Oops, make sure to shift. You can either do this or safer thing. Dig down dig down 3 and then you do a double. Like this presents them because instead of being able to water clutch on every single block, you can only water clutch on 1/3 of the blocks. So if you don't have enough wool for banners, let's say, you can just this is not a good alternative, but Definitely, if you're doing this, I would definitely recommend you put armor stance just in case they clutch and you can drip drop them with dripstone. Okay, so not all funnels you need, like you can do this. There's also like other shapes, like let's say a 2x1. And to do that, what you want to do is you want to dig these blocks and place redstone so that when you have a pressure plate, they activate. Come, dig here, and dig to the bag, place a redstone torch, another one, dig right here, place a dust, place back the block, place a torch, place another dust, torch, dust, block, dust. Another block, break this block, put a dust, and then you put your pistons, and you place your pressure plates. It's a good habit to test if they work. For other shapes, like 1x3, let's say. Let me just dig a 1x3 hole. Actually, not a 1x3, sorry, a 2x3. What you can do is you can dig these 3 blocks, so these activate, and you can do the same circuit as shown before. But instead of putting like this, you wanna dig however many you're funneling. Like so, in this case, is 3 blocks. So I'll have I'll dig 3 blocks and place redstone and do the same thing for here. You don't need to place this. This is only for the what do you call that? 2x2, and here's a funnel. And you see this another 1x3. You see like you'll be left with a 1x3. This one you can just do a normal funnel, just like that. Okay, now this is like for the crit out. This is like where you put the dripstone. So there's a few different setup. There's step one where you put your dripstone on top of a crafting table like this, and then you place a banner, and then you have chests like here. This is my go-to because this is like very easy to like make. But there's also another type of crit out. So okay, so let's pretend this is from surface, and you would place a dripstone like here, right? So this other setup is safer and it guarantees them that they cannot clutch. So what do we have? We have banners, right? So what you want to do is go to each of these corners, dig up 4 blocks, and place inverted stairs. This ensures that they cannot water clutch. Like so. Oops. And then you want to place wooden or stone buttons. Right, like that. And you place another inverted stairs with dripstone. So they can't water clutch like anywhere. It'll be like sucked up by the stair. And what I recommend you to do is place a banner. Okay, first of all, you want to place a banner on top or a sign on top of the dripstone. This ensures makes water clutching like harder. I recommend you to do also is to add armor stands. So like if I were to fall in here, I'll need to break all the armor stands, and by the time I break it, you can probably drop dripstone on me and I would die. That's the basics. Moving on to actual traps. This is a head hitter. This is like in every single trapping video. What do you want to do if you've never seen those videos is head hitter basically if you jump before you go, if you jump this, you survive. If you just run, you fall, you die. Alright? So head hitters are just like You know those parkour jumps? Just like this. Yeah, just something like this. If you know anything about parkour, I think it's like one frame, like one tick before you fall off, before you're like at the edge or something. Like, I think if you do this, you just get it all the time. Yeah. Okay. I'm a noob at this. Okay, next chapter we're gonna cover is the 2x2 flat ground. So what's gonna happen is you're gonna place a pressure plate, and these blocks are gonna shoot up, and these blocks are gonna open a hole. Okay. So how do you to do this? First, you wanna go underground. Make sure you have toggle sneak enabled and sneak in your Hoplite games so that they can't see your name tags, right? But for this single player, I'm just gonna be standing for the sake of me doing it faster. So this is just gonna be like an overview of me like building it. I'm not gonna explain. I'm gonna try to explain things, but if you want a better video on like how to make it, I'm gonna link Parker's tutorial in the description. So what you wanna do is you're gonna dig out a good area. You're gonna dig out area. You're gonna dig out this trench kind of and do it like this. Place redstone. Dig this out a bit, and you're gonna place observers and pistons just like that. You're gonna place a piston here. You're gonna dig 3 blocks. Piston, piston. Dig 2 blocks, 2 blocks, 2 blocks, 2 blocks, 2 blocks, 2 blocks. Actually, no, just dig this entire area out. Redstone, just like that. Just like that. Dig 2 blocks in here. Redstone, block, and torch. And you're gonna dig up here. You're gonna put redstone, a repeater, another dust, and an observer. Make sure you power this. Dig these 2 blocks and place honey. I recommend either placing furnaces or barrels so that they can't clutch. Okay. And come back here. Like dig this hallway out. You want to put a repeater here, another repeater here, and then last repeater right there. Set this to 4 ticks. You can place for self pull. You can either place forest. You can place forest on right here. If you want, you can pick a 9x9, a 3x3. Sorry. Or if there's someone pulling for you, you can just do that and place a lever. Like you don't even need this to be up. You can just do that. But I want to show you the pull. So this is what's gonna happen to them. And these are the 4 blocks you're gonna funnel with the 2x2 that I have, the 2x2 funnel that I have showed just now. I'm not gonna funnel that. Okay, I'm editing this and I just completely realized I did not press start recording for the flat ground. So this is your flat ground. I made it smaller for like demonstration. Okay, I'll just teach from the beginning, I guess. Okay, so that is a flat ground, right? So what do you want to do to build a flat ground is you want to dig down 3 blocks, block it up, make sure you toggle sneak so that people can see your name tags. Dig out like a 5x1 area. And you're gonna dig out this 5x3 actually and dig a line. Redstone, observers, piston, dig down. Okay, here, have to dig a little more. Make sure you dig these, this like L shape. Extend this by 1 block, and this. You want to place a observer, torch, dust piston, slime, place repeater, 4 ticks, place a dust right here, place a repeater, and like this. If you have someone pulling it, lever here. If you're doing self pull, kind of do something like this. And this should work. Yep. Just dig this down and funnel it. Okay, the good thing about flatground is that it's kind of trapper level friendly. Like you can just remove this. Like even like 3 by 1, it would work. Where's my? Even if it's like a 3 by 1, it's gonna work. So that's one good thing about the flatground. The next trap I'm not gonna show you how to build. Instead, I'm just gonna link it in the description because it's way too big. Of course, I'm talking about the pizza trap. This is Shadow's Pizza. Shadow Killer's Pizza, and yep, it just works like this. It pushes. It's just like it's just like a 2 by 2 flat ground, right? It's just like the daddy of the 2 by 2 flat ground, if you know what I mean. Yep, that's the pizza trap. I'll link it in the description if you wanted to learn how to build it. One thing I must let you know, the funnelings are different, and make sure to learn the funnels. Like I cannot say how many people I know that can make a pizza but can't make the funnels. The funnels for this is kind of confusing because you have to place a lot of banners and you have to dig down like like 6 blocks before you do this. It's possible in one layer, but sometimes it bugs out. So that's for all the flat grounds. Okay, so this is like the block off. This is like the opposite of the head hitter. Head hitter, you go under, block off, you go over. So what you want to do is you're gonna dig the hole below the tree. You're gonna jump on the tree and you're gonna block them off. So they just jump and they fall right in the hole. You funnel it and you place dripstone. That's simple. Okay, so much for the redstone. What if? This is like Chutlo's favorite trap or something. The knockback trap. So what you wanna do is you find a good place. Like either you jump down and make sure your enemies can't see the hole. Like this is very obvious. Or you have like say you have like a hole here. And then you run through and you hit them in. So just make sure they can't see it. You can make it any shape, but most commonly it's a 2 by 2. And you just funnel like the funnels that I've shown. If it's like a 3 by 2, yeah, you still have the funnels. And that you can make it like a 4 by 2. You can make it in a structure. This works basically anywhere, but the thing about it is you need 2 diamonds for a knockback, like a E table, or like good luck trying to use Bob Rod, I guess. Okay, the last topic I'm gonna do is backup traps. There's a few backup traps. Okay, so backup traps are basically, let's say, your main fails, so you run down lads. And like, normally, you run down lads, they just kill you. So this is what backup traps are for. They're just basically traps that are below that can help you survive. So the first one I'm gonna show is the ladder breakers. So, well, as its name suggests, it breaks the ladders. So what you want to do is I'm gonna dig 4 blocks here. This is the ladders, by the way. Redstone, redstone. Dig up one, redstone. Here, up one, redstone. You're gonna dig out a little area. Place a torch, place a dust, And that's literally it. Just place pistons here, link this up to like a lever, and place your ladders, and that's literally it. So what I recommend people to do if you're gonna build this is you're gonna place slabs so they can't just like hold W and just escape. So the trap looks like this. It breaks the ladders, as you can see. And to reset it, you have to go up, break the two blocks that got pushed. You have to come down and replace this too. For the funnels, this one's a bit special because you don't need to dig down. Actually, no, you need to dig down, but like, what am I saying? You don't need to dig down that much. Just place this too, dig down two blocks, you can literally just start it right here. Oops. Yeah, you can literally just put it right here, and it will not affect anything. So this is the good thing about ladder breakers. Important thing, no, an important thing to note about ladder breakers is that because pistons can only push 15 blocks, if you put this like, let's say this goes out to like Y40 and you build this, it's probably not gonna work unless you do a little, unless you like break these, maybe, then that will work. Is that's ladder breakers. Next thing I'm gonna show is pockers, and I'll show, yeah, I'll do repeating pockers because that's like more efficient. And so you can either build a fake lats, which is just like a shadow lats, but I recommend build it down the deeper lats down to like Y30 because like if an opponent sees the lats be like this deep and he sees a name tag that someone got trapped go to like Y0, they're not gonna believe this is real. So what you wanna do for pockers is so you have your lats. You have your lats like that. So pockers basics is they're gonna push these two blocks. They're gonna push these two blocks. They're gonna break these two blocks. For repeating pockers is you're gonna push this block and open this block. So the thing, what you wanna do is you run two pistons, piston right there, piston right there, piston right there. Okay. Dig down two blocks, just like that. Block, redstone, block this up. Put redstone here. Put another torch right there and do this. For this part, you wanna dig up a few blocks. Make sure you know, like, good thing to know is where the pistons is. Like this. Build the funnel you do for the 2x2, the repeating clock. Dig instead of one here, place two, and you can just do this, and this should work. Dig this deeper. So what this does is this pushes you, this turns up, this goes up, and you die. And you just dig it down and place a dripstone. The good thing about this repeating pockers is you don't need to funnel. That's literally the only thing that I mean. This is the most probably the most popular backup I would say, but there's also a few others that I'll show like right now. Okay, so this is like I forgot what you call it. I think it's called North Lats. Yep. Place like a ladder here, just like as a bait. Your actual ladder is gonna be down here. So you're gonna dig 3 blocks. and you're gonna have pistons. Yep, pistons. Make sure that they are powered. And what's gonna happen is, I think you should take this on a bit more. Like this should be good. What's gonna happen is gonna have like a lever right there. What it's gonna do, and for this torch, make it to this wall instead. It's a torch. Okay, here. So what you're gonna do is do this. Make this line, and so that this powers that, and this gets retracted. Do the same thing for the other side. You can block this off. And you're gonna funnel. You're gonna funnel these, and you're gonna funnel like right here. All right, so the thing, what you wanna do is you wanna just run here, block it up so they can't, and when they look down, you pull this. They fall, you put dripstone, like right there, and you kill them. That's no flats for you. Okay, so that's gonna be it for my quick, maybe not so quick, I'm not sure, tutorial on trapping. I hope this helps you with your trapping, and I will link some more like popular traps in the description that I didn't cover, such as Sandfall and some others. Hope you have a great day, and hope and happy trapping, I guess. Bye bye.